Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. I'm Sarah. Thanks for joining me today. We're going to be doing about half an hour's worth of Pilates and it's going to be based around balance and coordination. This is quite a challenging class. It's a full body workout. You're not going to need any equipment, just yourself and a mat if you have one, or at least a comfortable space to work on the floor. Do make sure there's nothing around you that you're going to bump into. We'll be starting in a seated position, so whenever you're ready, if you just bring yourself down onto the floor or onto your mat, we'll make a start. Okay, if we sit facing one end of the mat with the feet down and the legs in a crook position, reach your arms forward. Sit nice and tall and take a breath in through the nose. On your exhale, draw the navel in and gently roll back into a supine position for a full body stretch. Reach your arms and legs away from each other and flex your ankles to stretch out the calf muscles. You can then place your feet gently onto the floor, keeping the knees and feet hip width apart. Place your arms down by your sides with your palms facing down. Relax the hips and shoulders. Take a breath in. Exhale, engage the core. Gently tuck your tailbone under and roll up through the spine towards your shoulders. Breathe in to roll down and tip the pelvis forward at the end. Let's keep this going. We're just going to do a couple of repetitions here, very slowly unpeeling the vertebra from the floor and relaying as we come back down. We're going to bring our arms into play here. So the next time you come down from your bridge, reach your arms up and over. And as you come up into your bridge, arms come down. So exhale up into the bridge, inhale down. Keep the rib cage relaxed when you go up into your bridge and the tailbone tucked under to feel the squeeze around the back of the legs and into the glutes. We'll do one more repetition here, and then the next time you come into the bridge, just hold it still. Reach your arms back as you did before, and this time when you roll down from the bridge, gently lift the back of the head and the shoulders and reach towards the wall in front. And then gently roll back up into the bridge, arms back. So we have a seesaw-like motion. We need to exhale as we lift the head and shoulders and reach forward, drawing the navel in towards the spine, and inhale as we roll up into the bridge. So a slight change in the breathing pattern. Just a couple more repetitions. This will be the last one. And if you hold your head and shoulders up, take hold of the right knee with both hands. And then lengthen out the left leg, point the toes, float the leg just above the floor and place your right hand on the outside of your right ankle. Now this is the single leg stretch. You're going to let go of your knee, send the leg vertical and then lower it down as you bring the opposite knee in. With regards to the hands, it is left hand, left ankle, right hand, right ankle. The other hand just crosses over the body to tap the inside of the opposite knee. I hope all that makes sense. A little bit of coordination and concentration. Do make sure you've got your core engaged and you're looking at the wall in front of you rather than at the ceiling. Try and keep your chin away from your chest. You can relax that there. Give yourself a breather. Pop your feet down. We're going to go back into shoulder bridge. So knees and feet hip width apart, arms by your sides, palms facing down. On your next out breath, gently tuck your tailbone under, roll up through the spine towards the shoulders. We're going to hold it right there. Now you're going to lift your left foot and bring the knee towards the chest and repeat on the right. Stay up in your bridge with the back of the pelvis square with the floor and alternate legs. Try and lock your knee angle at about 90 degrees and make sure the movement is coming from the hip joint. You can use your arms to steady you by pressing gently towards the floor. Exhale to lift, inhale to lower. Last one's right there. Hold yourself in your bridge and then extend the left leg vertically with the toes pointed. Keep the leg up as you gently roll down from the bridge. Once you're down, place your foot down and then roll back up into the bridge, right leg vertical, and then roll down. So we're always making our way up into the bridge with both feet down. We keep the back of the pelvis level with the floor while we raise one leg up. Pointing the toes, we then roll down with the leg vertical. Again, use your arms and the strength of your shoulders to help you balance, keeping your pelvis level with the floor. Remember, this is sequential control of the spine, so unpeel vertebra by vertebra as you make your way up into your bridge and relay the same way on the way down. To get a better stretch down the back of the leg, you can flex your ankle on the way down. A little bit more coordination, focus and concentration. These are all Pilates principles. Exhale as you roll up into your bridge just as you did before. Take a breath in at the top and exhale to roll down with the leg vertical. Just a couple more repetitions. And then when you've done this last one, you can relax all the way down, give your knees a squeeze, circle them around. We'll have a happy baby pose from here. So if you just part the knees, send your arms through the gap between them and take hold of your feet, ankles or toes, and just relax into that lovely hip and glute stretch. Let's place the feet back down, lengthen out the legs, point the toes, take the arms overhead. We're going to breathe in as we reach our arms up towards the ceiling, and then exhale, engage the core, nod the chin, roll the shoulders forward and sit up tall, reaching towards the sky. Now if you place your feet on the floor, bring the knees and feet together and sit tall. Shoulders back and down, lengthen through the spine. Lift the heels so you're on your tiptoes. We need to flex the spine, so draw the navel in, come off the sit bones, lower the rib cage slightly and look down. Take hold of the outside of your ankles and lift the toes so that you're balancing. We're just off the sit bones, so you should feel your abdominal muscles tighten. As you can see, I'm rolling back and forth here. This is rolling like a ball. You don't have to do this. If you want to give it a go, make sure your spine is curved. When you come back to seated, keep the toes off the floor. If you don't like the rolling like a ball, just hold the seated position, which we are going to do next. So draw the navel in, breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth. And then if you part your knees, take hold of your ankles again and lift your feet so that your shins are level with the floor. Try and keep the navel in and up. If you think you can lengthen out the legs, so extend the knees. The legs should be in a V shape, and you're going to try and lift the breastbone up towards the sky. So we're trying to straighten out the spine as we hold this. Well done. Feet down. That was a fairly advanced exercise, so if you managed to hold the pose, well done. Now we're going to have a little bit of a stretch, so lengthen out the legs in front of you and part your feet. Now if you're mirroring me, you're going to take your right foot and place it on the inside of your left knee. Place your right hand behind you in line with your hip and reach your left arm forward in the direction of your right knee. Gently reach up. Push into the floor with your hand and lift the hips. Gently come down. Let's try that again. Reaching up, lifting the hips. See if you can reach back a little bit further to stretch out the body and hold the pose. Make sure you keep the supporting elbow soft. We're coming down slowly. We're going to go one more time. Breathing in to reach up. If you can, reach further back to stretch out the chest into the abdominals. Hold that if you can. And then gently come back down again, nice and steady. Staying on that same side, keep the right hand where it is, but bring the knees together and bring them slightly forward of the hand. Lengthen out the left leg. And then press into the floor with the right hand, lifting the left hip. Move the right knee so it's directly underneath the hip and raise the left arm up. Point the toes of the left foot and then lift and lower the leg. Feel the squeeze around the hip and towards the glute. Make sure you keep the navel drawn towards the spine. As you now raise the leg, try and tap the outside of your thigh. You can add a side bend here as well. So every time you tap your toe down, reach up and over. Try and lift the left side of your rib cage towards the ceiling. Keeping this standing elbow nice and soft. Try not to lock it out. This is quite a challenging exercise as well. Lots of balance and some strength here as well around the shoulder. Well done. Come down onto the hip. And then if you place your hands on your mat facing forward, you're going to come into an all-fours position. Hands under shoulders, knees under hips. Keep the spine lengthened, shoulders back and down. Head in line with the spine and draw the navel up. Now you're going to reach your right arm forward at the same time the left leg goes back. Raise both limbs up so they're in line with the body. And then tap the floor with your fingers and your toes at the same time. Keep the spine absolutely still and balance between the remaining left arm and right leg. One more repetition, and if you can keep the arm and leg raised, we're then going to take them both out to the sides. Come back and tap down, up, out, back and down. Really challenging to take the limbs out to the side without curving the spine, so do your best, really use your core muscles. Try to make sure you exhale on the hardest part of each movement. So shh, shh, shh. Little in-breaths in between. We're going to relax that. Bring the left knee forward. Cross the left foot over the right knee and slide the right leg back. We're going to enjoy a pigeon pose just to stretch out the left hip and into the glutes. Draw the navel in for a better stretch. Now tuck the toes under at the back, lift the knee and push forward so you're coming back into all fours, and then we'll come back to a seated position with the legs out in front of us, ready to do it all again on this side. So if you part your feet, and then you're going to place your left foot on the inside of the right knee, keep the left hand in line with the left hip, reach your right arm in the direction of the left knee, sit nice and tall, and then reach up with your arm, breathe in and gently lift the hips. Make sure you keep your supporting elbows soft. When we come up this time, see if you can go a little bit further back with your arm. I've added another repetition there, sorry about that. Reach back here, reach through. If you can, just go within your own range of movement and try and hold that position. And gently down. Good, we're going to go again. Take a breath in, reach up. So if you're happy just to reach up vertically, it's fine. But if you can reach diagonally backwards, you're going to open up the body and into the hips, into the abdominals. And down we come. Lovely. Stay on the side, so you can keep your left hand where it is. But just bring the bottom knee forward, extend the top leg so it's in line with the body. You're going to be lifting your hip up here as you press into the floor. And then just move your bottom knee so it's underneath the hip. You're going to reach up with your right arm, point the toes of the right foot, and very gently raise and lower the right leg. Keep your head in line with the spine, draw the navel in, keep the left hand under the shoulder, and then you're going to start to tap your thigh with your right hand. Make sure your right knee is facing forward, it's not turned out to the side, and you really will feel it on the outside of your hip as you raise the leg. Let's add the side bend. This is optional, but go slowly and maintain control. Exhale to lift the leg. Inhale to take the toe down. Nice smooth movement. Remember, raise the rib cage up sideways as you go into your side bend. Just very gently. Nice and steady. Last one. We'll come down onto the hip and then place both hands down on the mat, come into an all fours position, lengthening out the spine, shoulders back and down, hands under shoulders, knees under hips. We're now going to slide the left arm forward, right leg back, raise both limbs up, and then we tap in the floor with the toes and the fingers exactly the same time, balancing between the remaining right arm and left leg. Just a couple more and then we're going to hold this, so arm and leg in line with the body, take them both out to the side, return, tap down with the fingers and toes and repeat. Up, out, forward, down. Exhale, 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 exhale. Try to keep your balance, keep the core engaged. Feeling the squeeze around the back of the leg and into the glute on that right side. Nice and steady, even though I'm going a little bit too quickly here, a little note to self. Let's relax that. And then we're going to bring the right knee forward, slide the right foot in front of the left knee and slide the left leg back to enjoy our pigeon pose. Really stretching out the hips and the glutes. And then if you tuck your toes under at the back, lift the knee and carefully bring yourself back into all fours. We're going to tuck the tailbone under and sit back into a shell stretch. If you widen out your knees here, it opens up the lower back and allows you to sit back a little bit further towards the heel, so you can really stretch out the lower back and into the glutes. Now slowly make your way to all fours. We're going to be coming down onto our tummies now, so into a prone position. So gently lower yourselves down and then have the knees and feet about hip width apart. Place your hands under your shoulders, shoulders back and down. Tuck the toes under, and as you next exhale, lift your hips, lift the knees and come into a plank position. So shoulders, hips, knees and ankles all in a line. Keeping the pelvis square with the mat, gently bend the right knee and touch the floor as you sink the left heel back. And then swap sides. So opposite knee and heel, alternating sides. Gently strengthening the chest and the shoulders and stretching the calves. Nice and gentle, lots of control. We'll make this next one the last one. And carefully bring the knees down. Release the toes. Tuck the tailbone under and sit back into shell. Going to come back into all fours next. Ready to enjoy a downward facing dog stretch before we come to standing. So tuck the toes under, gently lift the knees, keep the spine straight, push the floor away from you. You might want to walk your hands towards your toes and try and sink your heels down a little bit more towards the floor for the extra stretch. Very gently walk your hands towards your toes and hold that position. You can hold the back of your ankles or your legs if you like. Now take a breath in, exhale, gently roll up, restacking the spine. This section of the routine is quite dynamic. If you stand with your feet hip width apart, we're going to take a step forward with the left foot. Bend the knee, keep the heel down at the back and reach up to the sky, arms by your ears. Gently lower the right knee, come back up and step back. Same on the other side. Right foot forward, arms up, and then you're going into your lunge position. Once you find your balance, try and get a rhythm going. This is a lot harder than it actually looks. Remember, when you step back, try to keep the feet hip width apart and don't hit the floor with your knee like I just did. What we're looking for is the strengthening of the front of the thighs as well as a big stretch as well. So if you can keep your knee directly underneath the hip as you go into the lunge, you'll get a really good stretch. You might feel it up towards the top of the thigh and towards the pelvis, getting into your hip flexors. We're going to change the exercise just slightly and challenge the balance. So as you next come down into your lunge position, it doesn't matter which leg you're on, just widen out your arms like an aeroplane, palms facing down. Turn to face the front knee, face forward, stand up and step back. And we're going to repeat it on the other side. So right foot forward, left knee down, wide arms, turn to the knee, face forward, stand up and step back. Let's keep that going. Breaking the exercise down into steps. Remember, you turn your body towards the front knee. So if it's your left leg that's forward, you turn left. Good. And breathe. So you're just holding your pose a little bit longer, really challenging the strength of the quadriceps. Well done. Just go at your own pace. Last one. Wide arms, turn to the side, face forward, up and back. Give those knees a lift, take them out, round and down, just give your hip flexors a bit of relief. And if you bring your feet together, we're going to stand tall and reach up with the arms. Keep the ribcage relaxed, let's roll down, breathing in. Exhale, engage the core, nod the chin, round the shoulders forward and peel the spine and just come down towards the floor, making sure the top of your head is facing the ground. Keeping the knees together, Bend them and sit on an imaginary stool about knee level behind you. Reach your arms up and look at the wall in front. So keep the knees behind the toes. Hold that position. Relax your arms, lift the tailbone, lengthen out the legs, and gently roll back up to standing, reaching up tall. We're going to go again, breathing in. Exhale, navel in, nod the chin, roll the shoulders forward and peel the spine, and down we come. Bend the knees, pretend to sit on your imaginary stool. Reach the arms up, knees behind the toes, so body weight in the heels. And now widen out your arms, palms facing down, and come up slightly, keeping the knees together. Raise your right heel, then the left heel. So when one heel is up, the other is down. Keep the pelvis absolutely still. Remain neutral around the spine. Let's work the calf muscles. We're going to hold this pose in just a second and pop the hands behind the head. This is really challenging for the balance. So hands behind the head, elbows in the peripheral vision. Same again with the heels, but every time you lift one of your heels, turn the opposite elbow towards that knee. So left elbow to the right knee and vice versa. Really slowly and controlled. Keeping the core engaged really does challenge the balance. Breathe. Well done. Now we're going to be holding this. Arms out to the side, palms facing down. Come up off both heels and knees together. You're just going to lower and lift the tailbone. So when you lift the tailbone, try not to lengthen out the legs fully. Keep a bit of a bend at the knee so you can really feel this work in the back of your legs. This is narrow squats. Very challenging. Let's leave that there. Come back to standing and give the shoulders a roll. You can give your legs a little kick out as well if you need to. We're then going to take the feet hip width apart and then step forward with the left leg. Bend the knee. The right leg is behind you with the heel off the floor. Shoulders back and down, arms nice and wide. Let's hinge forward at the hip. Try and get your spine parallel with the floor and raise the right leg up so it's in line with the body. Point the toes and then you're just going to lower and lift the leg. Tapping the floor with the toes gently. Exhale to raise the leg up. Inhale to tap the floor. Try and stay balanced on that left leg. You'll really feel it down the back of the left leg as well as around the right glutes as you raise the right leg up. Let's pulse it now. Up, up, up. 3, 2, 1. And you can come down. Brilliant. Okay, just keep the left foot in front. Lengthen out the knee. Hinge forward at the hips, keeping the spine parallel with the floor. Really feel that stretch down the back of the leg. Left hand on top of the left foot. Reach the right arm up towards the sky. Try and hold the pose for a few seconds. Square yourself back up and roll up. Step back to your start position, ready to do it all again on the other side. So right leg forward, bend the knee, and then gently lift the heel at the back. Keep the spine straight, hinge forward at the hips, and raise the leg up. So all we're doing again is, this is an arabesque. You're just lowering and lifting the back leg, keeping the spine parallel with the floor, really finding the balance in the right leg. Exhale, inhale, and breathe. We're going to pulse this out. Okay, so here, pulsing it up, up, up. Breathe. 3, 2, 1, and down. Let's step back. Keep the right foot in front, but straighten out the leg. Hinge forward at the hips, spine level with the floor. Feeling the stretch down the back of the leg, and then you're just going to place your right hand on the top of your right foot and reach the left arm up. Let's square ourselves back up and roll up through the spine to come back to standing. And then if you come to the middle of your mat with your feet together, we're going to do a balancing exercise called the clock. Interlace the fingers in front of the chest, soften the knees and take the left leg out to the side with the toes pointed. Now bring the knee in, tap tap the floor with the toes in front, to the side and back. Back out to the side, front, side and back. And just notice that after every leg extension, you're bending the knee, balancing on the right leg. We're going to bring our arms in next, so just widen them out, palms facing down, and just repeat the leg extensions. This is just going to work the shoulders a little bit and help you balance a bit more. But do try and keep your core engaged. So when you take the leg back, you can feel the squeeze around the hip and the glute. Here I'm doing this without putting the toes down, so you can have a go at this if you like. It really does challenge the balance. Taking the leg out to the side and forward. Good. Remember to breathe. And we're going to relax that down there and try it all on the other side. So legs back together, interlace the fingers, soften the knees, right leg out, toes pointed, bring the knee in, tap the toes down on the floor in front, to the side, back, side, forward. Bending the knee after each leg extension. Exhale as you take the leg out. Inhale to bring the knee in. Let's take the arms back out to the side, palms facing down, and repeat. Tapping the floor with the toes. Making sure the left knee stays soft. Let's try and take the leg out. So we're not putting the toes down anymore. We're going to try and keep the leg raised. It does challenge the balance. You're going to feel it working the back of the left leg as well. So lots of supporting muscles being strengthened as we do this exercise. You can relax that there, give the hips a wiggle. Bring the feet together. We're going to finish on another balance. So hands together, fingers interlaced. Just place your left foot on the top of your right foot. Keep the right knee soft. See if you can close your eyes here and breathe. If you do start to wobble and you need to put your foot down, of course you can. See if you can hold it a little bit longer. Smile. Okay, let's relax that. We'll try it on the other side. So right foot on the top of the left foot. Soften the left knee. Definitely easier to do on one side than the other. I've decided to put my arms out nice and wide. You can do the same if you like. Close your eyes. Hold it. And we'll leave it there. You can take the knees up, out, around and down. Give the hips a little bit of a rest. Let's widen out the feet, toes pointed out to the sides. Reach up, breathe in, bring the hands down. Exhale, hinge forward at the hips. Reach the arms forward and up. Keep the spine parallel with the floor. Widen the arms out like an aeroplane. And then relax your body. Gently roll up, restacking the spine. And give the shoulders a roll. You can bring your feet back underneath the hips. That takes us to the end of the session. I really hope that you enjoyed it. And I'll see you again in the next one.